Okay, so once again, just checking here. My microphone is working, that's good. Alright, so we just downloaded the Fugitive Master folder and Godot and loaded it up into Godot. So if you're not there yet, there should be a previous video to this one which would show you how to get here. Now that we are here, let's see if we can follow the tutorial, which is very, it makes sense if you approach it with an open mind and realize, and I only know this because I've had to try and decipher what many people are saying. Many developers, I should say, have been, they kind of talk in a way that's very, very helpful, but also they tend to kind of skip over some little things that I find to be important. You'll see this a little later, and maybe you wouldn't have an issue with it, but at the very least I did. Create a new directory under maps. That's how we're gonna make a map. So I gotta find where maps is here. It's not anywhere here, it's actually down here. So I come down here and right click, and I'm gonna do a new, where are we? Copy path duplicate, not a new folder. And I'm gonna call this Barthley, and hit OK. You can call it whatever you want. Don't matter. Don't matter. Okay, I've got my directory there. So I did the first step. I create a new directory under maps. And another thing, directory, and then that's not exactly... What did it say we create? Create new folder, is that what it said? Yeah, so folder and directory mean the same thing, but the language is different, so if you're trying to really follow it, that, it'd be very confusing. So that's what I mean when, like, some of the stuff they say is they're very much trying to be helpful, but if somebody thinks of it as a directory, you might not realize it's actually even saying file. Menu. Okay, bear with me here, because I've done this before, but it's a matter of finding the thing. Menu, new scene, right? I hope that's what it said. Menu, new inherited scene. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, the people talking back there, you are being very helpful, so I appreciate that. I also am speak sarcastically sometimes. Okay, so we're doing a new inherited scene. And now I have to go here to save. New inherited scene. Well, I don't want it to be this. Oh, I see what it's saying. So, opening a new inherited scene, we're going to start off with something they put in there for us. So hypothetically speaking right now, I've not tested this, but you could go find the other maps, open those maps, and then manipulate those maps. However, for this, they're going to teach you how to do a map from the ground up, which is very beneficial, so I'd highly suggest doing that. We just got to locate where it is in all these directories. So, res, maps, base. And that's going to be the one we go off of. Maps, base, and base map, and open. And we're very much zoomed in. And I'm hitting Command minus just to zoom out and see the whole map. And again, I've not confirmed this, but my guess is this thing right here, which I've never seen, is if you get it mobilely, which is not available on iOS yet, but if you have an Android, you can. Save your scene as map name inside the directory you created in step 1. So I want to save this because if you look at the top here, it's telling me this is unsaved. And I do want to save it, and I want to save it in the Barthley folder that I created. So I'm going to hit Command S and make sure I'm in the right directory, which by default I'm not. I'm going to head over to the Barthley one and then save it as, I don't know, helpful talk. Save. A valid extension? How dare you? What is the extension we use? Naturally. .tscn. Save. Great. Now we have a map called Helpful Talk. What? Are you about to save it? Yeah. So whatever you want to call the map, and then .tscn. So, for example, the straight line map is probably called straight line.tscn. Coming back here. Now you need to select a tile to work with. It's tile set to work with. Under the map node in your new scene, add a child tile map. Some people are going to know exactly what this means. Other people will not. And that's, either way, is perfectly fine. So, just read this again. Okay, I need a new tile set. Under the map node in your new scene. So our scene's up here. Here's the map node right here. I'm going to right click, add a child node. What are we calling it? Again, just coming back here to check it. Tile map. There it is. Create. All right. I'm going to hit Command S to save. Rename it to ground. All right. Ground. On the new tile map node, set its tile set. Click load and select this. And I am going to just highlight this right now and copy it. I believe this is the one that got me really stuck. Because I'm thinking to myself, where's the load? I came here, load, nothing. Am I supposed to be down in the file system? Nope. Scene, import. No idea what I was doing for the longest time, and then I happened to look over here. And it is somewhere over here. Set its tile set. Alright, so it's under this tile set right here. The mode is fine. Tile set is actually right over here in the inspector. Load. And then if you copied and pasted, or if you copied it, you can now paste it, hit enter, and it will not do anything that you wanted it to do, which is annoying. Even if you try it again, it won't. But I guess if I just try going to this directory, it will bring me here. I found the ground. Fantastic. I'm going to open that. All right. I've done it. And I'm going to forget to save and then come back here and then save. On the new tile map node, yep, under cell, set it to 256, 256. where are you? Cell, right here. You tricky little rhino. Right, there we go. Cell size, X and Y, both 256. I was gonna say 265, but font probably wasn't correct. Under collision, set layer to car walls. Alright. Where's my collision? Cell, you're good. Collision. Layer. We want to change to car walls. That was... yeah. Car walls. There you go. Do I leave walls on? Yeah, I assume. Set mask to nothing. 11 under the map. Okay. Set mask to nothing. I believe that's what they meant. Or he said nothing 11. Does that mean layer 11? We'll try with nothing right now. But and it's very handy that I'm recording this because I can go back and see, oh yes, that's where I screwed everything up. It might be 11 because the random 11 over here in the set mask to nothing. 11 under the map node in your new scene. Yeah. Add a child, tile map. Rename it walls. I feel like, yeah, see what happened here? And again, the only reason I understand this, and I might even still be wrong, is because I've had to follow a bunch of these. I think the next step where it says 11 right here is actually 12. And this 11 right here, that's kind of random, the developer, forgot to hit enter. So we're kind of skipping a step. But if you're reading this and you're just learning what to do, that could be very confusing. So just try to approach with an open mind and think about any way they could be trying to convey information, because it can be lost in interpretation, so to speak, which I believe is what happened here. So we did this. We set the under collision, set the car walls, mask to nothing. Now the next step, the true number 11, under the map node in your new scene, add a child tile map. Map node again, add a child node. What was it called? Child map? Map. Tile map. And there it is. Create. Here. Okay, now we can follow along. This thing that says it's 11, you're really 12. We're gonna rename it walls. And that would make sense because the ground we just put in, you're not gonna see where cars can't go through. So if you'll recall while we're playing, if you've been a police, you try and drive your car onto the grass, it doesn't usually work because there are walls that you don't see there, which we just created. So now we're coming to the actual walls we will see, and I bet it's going to be pretty similar. Oh, by the way, I only got to step... I get to step 8 before here, so everything since 256 has been brand new to me. Rename it to walls, we've done. The new tile map node, set its tile set. So we want to go back to this one, and I'm going to remember watching this after the live stream, as it were. Apple had to cut out what we were doing and insist that we can't use this my old Apple TV to AirPlay anything until I update it to the newest operating system, which is impossible. And I mean, just the fact that I'm able to use it in the first place should be self-evident, but let's pick up where we were. We had just renamed our tile map to walls. We just renamed our tile map to walls. The true number 12. It's not 11, it's actually 12 because 11's right there. We're gonna hit its tile set much like we did before, only this one's gonna be walls.trez, which I think is actually the same. So tile set right now is empty. We're gonna load because we're on the walls one. I copied, and it naturally didn't copy. I mean, I could go look through the directories right now. I'm being lazy, maybe? I don't know. Paste. Because, like, I could just go maps. It would open a whole new batch of files, tile sets, and then neighborhood. I guess I'll do that just to show you. Maps, tile sets, neighborhood. So whatever one you think is easier. Oh, look at all this. You can make fences. Wow, look at that house. That's some house looking. 128, 128 for the cell. Again, under here, it's collapsed by default. 128, 128. I'm gonna hit save. Every time I'm hitting Command S every time I'm coming over to back to Chrome. Under collision, set layer to walls, set mask to nothing. Layer, walls, mask, nothing. So I just unselected there. Command S, it's saving. Under collision, set walls. Under collision, set layer to walls, set mask to nothing. Did I just do that, or am I'm dreaming. Under map, node in your new scene, add a child tile map. Rename it to see-through features. I'm gonna copy that because it's long and hard to remember. It's got an underscore in there. Back up here, add child node. Okay, I gotta go back here. Okay, it's another tile map that we want to rename, so I shouldn't have searched for that. Tile map. It's there. I'm going to rename this one to the see-through features. Again, I copied it from the GitHub Command S to save. On step 17, the new tile map node, set its tile set, and it's going to be the same one. So let's see if I can remember where it is. I'm not there yet. It's the tile set here because the see-through features is highlighted. I'm going to load, and it's maps, tile sets, neighborhood, and see-through features. Open. Okay, so look. Ooh, the fence. Oh, pool. You could have a pool. Wouldn't that be nice? To own a pool. 64, 64. It is already at 64, 64. Colligiotto, or collision. See-through features, mask nothing. It's really $5,000. That's incredible. And incredibly relevant to what we're doing right now. And mask was nothing, I hope. Wow, we're gonna do something new. It's under the map node in your scene, add a child tile map and rename it to features. So, stop me if you've heard this before, but add child node, tile map. I'm going to rename it to features. Save. If you see I accidentally clicked down here, I want to come back up here and make sure that's highlighted. And we want to set this one to features. Set walls. layer to walls, mask to nothing. Load this, maps, tile sets, neighborhood. Is this features? Ooh, feature shaders. Okay. Cell is 6464. Collision, set the layer to walls. Set mask to nothing. That's good. Walls, mask is nothing. Right? Yes, that's right. Save. Okay, what do I do now? Now you're set up to use the neighborhood tile set. Now paint your ground tiles first, then enclose the map with walls. And finally, pepper in some features. Other map making notes. Well, we went through 1 to 24 right now. Let's cover the next one next time. Good luck.